In a spectacle worthy of a satirical play, Biden's debate performance recently unveiled his mental decline, much to the feigned shock of the Western elite. Enter Time magazine and CNN hurriedly publishing pieces of dismay as if this revelation caught them off guard. The reality they knew all along, but conveniently dismissed concerns as Russian propaganda or conspiracy theories. Democrats joyfully installed a compliant figure in the White House, a stark contrast to the unpredictable Donald Trump. The elite maintained the illusion of Biden's sharpness for political expediency. Now the charade is crumbling and they are pretending to be surprised. This grand cover up, one of America's greatest, is unraveling. Biden was the ideal 2020 candidate, a unique electoral storm they navigated flawlessly, albeit with some ballot manipulation. Calls to replace him grow. Yet, political insiders acknowledge the complexity. Even a sudden incapacity won't end their pretense of ignorance. Admitting their deceit would expose the 2020 election as another elite engineered coup. It's high time to see through their theatrics and call out the truth.
Welcome to TFI Global, the antidote to mass delusion.
Biden's recent debate performance was a spectacular demonstration of his senility. Yet the Western elite would have you believe this is a shocking revelation. Time magazine and CNN rushed to publish pieces expressing horror and surprise as if Biden's cognitive decline was an unexpected development for them. In reality, everyone knew about it all along. They just chose to cover it up, dismissing any claims as Russian propaganda or a conspiracy theory. The Democrats were more than happy to install a controllable figure in the White House, a refreshing change from the independent-minded Donald Trump who was far too mercurial for their tastes. The elite played along, pretending Biden was in perfect mental health for political convenience. But now the charade is collapsing and they are all acting astonished. It's crucial to expose this cover-up, one of the greatest in American history. The country is effectively being run by a shadowy network of elites united by a radical liberal globalist ideology. Biden was the ideal candidate for the Democrats in 2020 precisely, because of his senility, making him easily controllable. This party, serving as the public face of the elite network, wanted someone compliant with their domestic and foreign policy demands. They aimed to transform America into a liberal globalist utopia while escalating NATO's confrontation with Russia and Ukraine. However, their strategy backfired after the conflict began. The 2020 election was unique, a perfect storm of factors including a referendum on Trump, mail-in voting, and the pandemic, and some last-minute engineering. Such conditions are unlikely to be replicated, making Biden's selection a one-time opportunity. Despite growing calls to replace him before the next election, pundits from Politico and NBC News highlight the difficulties of such a move, even if an quote-unquote emergency incapacitates him further. The elite will maintain their pretense of ignorance about his health. Acknowledging their prior knowledge would reveal their role in the 2020 de facto coup, just one in a series of elite-led power grabs from 9/11 to Nixon's resignation over Watergate and even Kennedy's assassination. This latest coup was designed to push the US further along a liberal globalist path disrupted only by Trump's conservative nationalist policies. Provoking a proxy war with Russia was their strategy to unify the West around this ideology. You now know why we are so fixated with Ukraine. The damage from these policies is substantial, but Trump's potential return could still benefit Americans and the world. This prospect terrifies the elite, explaining their fierce opposition to him. Regardless of whether they replace Biden, they will continue to cover up their complicity in his selection. Admitting they knew all along would confirm the 2020 election as their latest coup, hence their over-the-top efforts to feign surprise. So let's conclude this. The The Western elite's reaction to Biden's debate disaster is a masterclass in gaslighting. The feigned shock is a desperate attempt to cover up their deliberate installation of a controllable and pliable president. The real tragedy here is not Biden's decline, but the elite's manipulation and deceit. So let's not be fooled by their theatrics. It's high time we called out this charade for what it truly is.